Hello guys, it's good to be back again. So today I'm going to discuss about the news that Russia accused Britain of sabotaging the Nord Stream, and the Nord Stream is a very interesting infrastructure because it's owned by Russia and mostly German companies because the Nord Stream was made between Russia and Germany in supply of gas, and Russia has accused Britain of participating in the sabotage and leading to the sabotage. And this actually reduces the tension between, um, it may not be a significant reduction, but between America and Russia. Remember, everyone was blaming Russia, and if not Russia, everyone was blaming America because America is very invested in this Russia-Ukraine war. Remember, America is supporting Ukraine. It feels that Russia is encroaching on Ukraine territory. And the culprit who could have, because people, a lot of pundits, and when I was reading the articles, were suggesting that Russia cannot have blown the pipeline because it has only to turn off the gas. The only suspect was America. And they were saying if it is Russia that did it, that had blown up the pipe, then the Western allies would have immediately, uh, you know, insisted, could have immediately acted, called a NATO security meeting, done all this, but there seemed to be a lot of secrecy and not knowing what happened. And the fact that the British now are said to be have involved, that's what Russia is accusing. I feel that it reduces the tension between America and Russia, even though Britain is seen as an ally of America. Now, America at least now can concentrate on other things because uh, the narrative that America is very heavily invested has a bit been demystified. It's not only America, even Britain, and probably we couldn't have known the next action of the Russian government if it was found that it was America. Remember, this was escalating day by day. Now there's talk of a dirty bomb and nuclear, use of nuclear weapons by Russia, Russia accusing Ukraine of nuclear weapon. So every day this situation is escalating, and we just hope for the best outcome in terms of the diplomacy. I personally feel now I think it's the best time to engage these two countries in diplomacy, America and Russia. America should force the Ukrainians to sit down and negotiate because we don't want this war to keep on escalating. And you can see even how the war is affecting the American politics because as we come closer to the midterms election, we start realizing that probably the Democrats might lose. Uh, they could lose, their legislative power, and because the voice are now having a negative talk in America. And I think this will really benefit Putin because probably the next administration will not be that aggressive in trying to contain Putin, like how Biden and the Democrats have pushed for this containment of Vladimir Putin. As we speak now, there seem to be no room for negotiation, no breaks for negotiation. Remember, the White House secretary the other day said that only Zelensky can initiate negotiations. Zelensky, on the other hand, says he did not ready to negotiate with Moscow unless Moscow decides to hold back its army and stop the war. So it's a wait and see game. And right now in geopolitics is very interesting because you can see on the other side that the Chinese have started arranging themselves. Remember, they gave Xi Jinping a third term. And this is just an indication that the Chinese expect a long-term confrontation with the United States of America. So they need a very stable government in terms of, I'll say, they need a very stable kind of executive. No changes, no vacuums, so that they can contain America. They expect this to be a long-term war, probably not a physical war, a cold war. And I think the Americans are also prepared for this because through Biden signing the executive order, of ensuring that all Americans that work in semiconductors industry in China come back to America. This is destroying the heart of the Chinese manufacturing industry, and also preparing for the coming war probably on China, and trying to ensure that China is stagnated in double in the global monopoly of semiconductors. Remember, during the COVID time, we realized that China controls the global supply of PPE, and this put the world in a very precarious situation because the Chinese government was not ready to export this equipment at the behest of their own people. They wanted first to keep it to themselves. And this now, as we see post-COVID, most companies and America are trying to move production away from China so that they can look for reliable sources where where their products and can be manufactured, and governments that are very friendly and very pro-Western. So it's a wait and see game. We'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys informed. Please subscribe, like, and share. Till we meet again. Cheers.